This isn't a guess. It's not a warning about the future. It's a statement of fact. For millions of people, the security breach has already happened. The keys to your entire financial life, they've been copied, they've been cataloged, and they've been sold. The only thing left is for someone to turn the key. You see, the groundwork for the most devastating financial crimes happening right now wasn't laid yesterday. It was built over years, piece by piece, through massive data breaches that turned your identity into a raw material, ready to be bought and sold in the shadows. To really understand how your bank account can be drained in a matter of minutes, you first have to understand the marketplace where it all begins. It's a place where your identity has a price tag. Let's start with a number, 1.1 billion. That's roughly how many Indian residents had their data compromised in the Aadhaar breach. The world's largest biometric ID program just became one of history's largest data leaks. And it didn't stop there. The Indian Council of Medical Research was also hit, exposing the sensitive data of another 815 million people. When you put those two together, you basically have a near-complete searchable database of the Indian population just sitting there waiting to be exploited. And we're not just talking about a list of names here. This was a full identity kit. Your name, your Aadhaar number, your bank account details, your phone number, even, in some cases, your fingerprints. Literally everything a criminal needs to convincingly become you. 500 rupees. Just let that sink in. For less than the price of a couple of coffees, someone could buy the keys to your entire digital life. And this is where the real attack begins. So with this goldmine of data, criminals don't need to pull off some complicated hack on a bank's servers. No, they have a much simpler and, frankly, a much more effective weapon. It's a surprisingly low-tech attack that targets the single weakest link in the security chain, your mobile phone provider. The goal here isn't to steal your physical phone. It's to steal your phone number. Why? Because today, your phone number is the master key to everything. It's how you get your one-time passwords, your password reset links, your transaction alerts. If they control your number, they control your money. And this is the core of the whole strategy. Armed with your Aadhaar number, your date of birth, your address, all scooped up from those data breaches, an attacker can just call up your mobile carrier's customer service and sound exactly like you. They already have all the answers to the security questions. The whole thing plays out in 3 clean stages. First, they buy your profile off the dark web. Second, they use that info to social engineer a telecom employee, maybe claiming your phone was lost or broken. And this is where the system fails. The second that new SIM card is activated, your phone goes dead, and the attacker has total control of your number. And once that SIM is swapped, a clock starts ticking. What comes next is a fast, methodical liquidation of everything you have. And the worst part? It often happens while you're asleep, completely unaware. Imagine it's 9 o'clock at night. Your phone suddenly loses its network signal. You probably just think it's a temporary glitch. But 2 minutes later, across the country, the attacker's SIM card just went live with your number. By 9:05, they're at your bank's front door online. They don't need your password. They just click Forgot Password. The OTP to reset it, it gets sent directly to them. Within 10 minutes of your phone losing signal, your bank account is completely empty. This right here, this is the first and often the only warning you will ever get. A silent screen. And by the time you figure out it's not just a bad network, it's already far too late. While you're restarting your phone, trying to figure out what's wrong, this message is flashing on a screen you can't see. You are completely blind to the fact that your money is being stolen in real time. So where does all that money go? Well, it definitely doesn't go to the hacker's personal account. That would be way too easy to trace. Instead, it gets funneled into a huge, complex criminal network built for one single purpose: to make stolen money vanish. The second your money is transferred out, it starts on a frantic journey through the financial underground. The very first stop is a bank account belonging to someone you've never met, but who has just become an accomplice in a crime against you. These people are called money mules. They are the absolute backbone of this whole cybercrime economy. They're often recruited from smaller cities, promised some easy cash, and their bank accounts are used as quick pit stops to break the money trail. The process is called layering. Your money gets bounced rapidly from one mule account to the next, sometimes hitting dozens of different accounts in just a few minutes. Every single jump makes it harder and harder to track, until it hits its final stop, a cryptocurrency exchange, where it's converted into crypto and disappears for good. The sheer scale of this is hard to comprehend. According to the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, about 4,000 new mule accounts are reported to the authorities every single day. It's an industrial-scale money laundering machine. So now let's go back to the victim. The moment you realize what's happened, you're thrown into a desperate race against the clock. The problem is, the system you're supposed to turn to for help often just isn't built for the speed of this kind of crime. You're fighting against time. There's this critical window that investigators call the golden hour. It's the first 1 to 3 hours after the fraud. Reporting the crime to your bank and the National Cybercrime Helpline inside this window is pretty much your only shot at getting the funds frozen. What you do in those first few hours can change everything. But even if you are fast, you've got another fight on your hands. The bank's first move is usually to blame you. Their go-to argument is, well, you must have shared the OTP. This totally ignores how a SIM swap works because you, the victim, never even saw an OTP. RBI guidelines say the bank can be held responsible, but trying to prove it is a long, tough uphill battle. The hard truth is that getting your money back is difficult, and honestly, it's pretty rare. The best strategy isn't recovery, it's prevention. So, in a world where your data is already out there, what's your last line of defense? Now, some of this is basic stuff we've all heard a million times, but with the data that's already been leaked, these basics are more important than ever. But there's one last step on this list that is incredibly powerful, and most people have no idea it even exists. The UIDAI, the authority that runs Aadhaar, has a feature that lets you lock your biometrics. When you turn this on, no one can use your fingerprint, your iris scan, or your face data to authenticate anything. It's like putting a deadbolt on your digital identity. You can unlock it yourself whenever you need to use it, and then lock it right back up. You are in control. So we end here. The idea that your data is private is, unfortunately, a myth now. It's out there. It's for sale. The criminals are organized, the technology is simple, and the system is vulnerable. The only variable left in this equation is you. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the one step you will take starting tonight to lock the door to your own bank account? Let me know in the comments.